You're going to want to get them on here super, super quickly though, because we've got some really great things to just share with you this evening. The class is going to be jam-packed full. We're going to try to keep it right around 45 minutes or so. Holly, can you back up one slide really quickly? So why do we drink Ningxia Red? This class, I love the name of it because it is so impactful to our lives. Over the last 7 years, we have been drinking Ningxia Red steadily. And I just want to tell you, first of all, my name is Amanda Givens. I'm co-teaching this class with Hannah, Holly, and Stacy tonight. You're going to meet their beautiful faces here in just a second. We are longtime Oilers. We are longtime Ningxia junkies. We absolutely love this stuff. And I was such a skeptic because I just did not have any faith in a juice and what it could do. And so tonight, I want to really encourage you to sit with open ears and an open mind, because we were all skeptics at one point. And when you hear the stories tonight, they are, one, going to be really relevant to your life, and two, they're going to blow your mind. And so I just want to share with you really quickly that I've drank Ningxia for a really long time, but I had something, an odd car wreck happen, and I was actually diagnosed with an autoimmune disease last year, and the inflammation in my body started to become crippling. And so I started drinking Ningxia Red. I upped it a little more than what I usually drink. And the difference in my body has been massive. And so when we see these stories of intense healing, it is no wonder that we can't help but scream from the rooftops why we drink Ningxia Red. So you are in for quite a treat tonight. I think Stacy may have already asked over in the comments, but we want to hear from you. Have you drank Ningxia Red before? Do you drink it regularly? Tell us where you're at. Are you brand new to class? Do you know nothing about it? Are you like, what did my friend get me into? We want to hear it, okay? So the other really fun thing is that we love giveaways and we really want to bless someone. And so tonight we are giving away an entire Ningxia Red bundle to someone who has never used Ningxia before. So this bundle includes 2 huge bottles, and it also has a 30 count and some Ningxia Nitro. We'll talk all about it later, but we are going to bless someone's life tonight. And so you want to stay on through the end of the call, and you want to make sure that you have commented over in the comment box that you don't drink Ningxia and that you would love to try it. You need some more information about it, all of it. We love Ningxia. You're in for a super treat tonight. Okay, I'm going to toss this off to Miss Hannah Shanks, and she has some really great info for you.
Hey, okay. Thank you, Amanda. Hey guys, my name is Hannah Shanks. Super happy to be here tonight. Ningxia is one of my favorite things. But when I actually first got started with Young Living oils, I did not think that Ningxia was anything I was interested in. I let my little sample packets go to complete waste. It was like 2 years before I dug them out. I'm so sad that I did that, because now I'm completely obsessed. My whole family drinks it every single day. And I don't know if maybe you are the same as me, but when I first got started, I was like, first of all, I'm not really interested in the red juice. I don't think that's what I'm here for. And second of all, like, I had this perception that it was just really expensive to be healthy. And like anything anybody was going to try to sell me, like I wanted to try the oils, but I just thought like, man, all this health stuff, I just don't know how much I'm actually into it. And I think that sounds really expensive. Well, I was also like going to Starbucks and buying myself like peppermint mochas and pumpkin spice lattes and cold brews and all the things all the time, right? Like I was stopping for my morning coffee on my way to work constantly, spending $4 to $6 a time at every time I went to the coffee shop, right? And so when somebody told me like, listen, Hannah, you don't have to give up your coffee habit. I still love me some coffee. But they said, if you're willing to spend $4 to $6 on a specialty coffee, even a few times a week, you can afford Ningxia, because it's actually way cheaper than that. So when I actually did the math and I actually looked into it, drinking Ningxia, it breaks down to only being about $1.07 an ounce. You only drink an ounce a day. If you drink 2 ounces a day, it's like $2.14 a day. Okay. So we spend a lot more money on our fancy coffees than we even do on Ningxia, and it does so much for us. I have also compared it to like a bottle of wine. When you get like a really special bottle of wine, it can be pretty expensive, right? That's not even for your health. It's mostly just for enjoyment. But if you have a bottle of wine, that's like 4 servings, right? At 4 to 6 servings, and it's way more money than Ningxia. So Ningxia is actually infusing your body with so many nutrients and so much for your health. It's really, really good for you. Not harmful, not loaded with sugar. Not $6 for one drink. It's only like $1 per ounce. You can add it to all kinds of sparkling waters and, like fizzy sodas and things like that. There's all kinds of recipes on the internet where people do fun stuff with their Ningxia. So it's actually a very affordable habit, and it has such a high impact on your health that it has really been worth any level of sacrifice that we have made to have it in our daily diet. So what in the world is it? If you're brand new, you're like, what is this? You've seen the reels and you've seen the stuff on Instagram. Everybody's like obsessed with Ningxia these days. You've heard people talking about it. What even is this magical drink that everyone's talking about it? So Ningxia, what I love about Ningxia is that it's a whole food supplement. So if you haven't heard, it's really important to get your vitamins and minerals and nutrients from food as much as possible. Our bodies were designed to like know what to do when we give it natural stuff, and they don't know what to do when we give it synthetic things. And that's why when you take synthetic vitamins, you end up just wasting most of those vitamins because your body is like, I don't even know what to do with these. So we don't want to take vitamins and supplements like that, right? We don't want to take fake stuff that's like loaded with synthetics or is like made in a lab or is just extracted from food. We want whole food as much as possible. Whole food diet is super important. Ningxia is a whole food supplement because they do not extract anything from the wolfberry. They literally puree the whole wolfberry and put it in the bottle. That's what makes it so amazing, because you're not getting a wolfberry extract. You're getting a whole wolfberry puree supplement that then is added with tons of juices, essential oils, and lots of other superfood supplements that are also made from whole foods. So nothing you're getting is like extracts from anything. You're getting the whole thing. Okay. So the wolfberry, this is a really cool superfood. And this is actually one thing that I really appreciate about Young Living, because they have been around for like 25 years and they have always been ahead of the game when it comes to like the ingredients and the things that they're using to make their products. And the wolfberry is the prime example of that, because Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, he passed away a few years ago, but he spent his life trying to find and research the most like kind of unheard of like health products. He was always like searching for like, I want to try this. I want to like see what this plant does as far as making oil and see if it's like actually helpful to people. And so he went on this, he was always like going on these kind of scavenger hunts all over the world to like discover health products. It was amazing. And he went to this province in China that was really well known for people living to be like 120 and having like no health problems. Like they had super low heart disease rates, super low cancer rates. They were just like incredibly healthy and long living people. And so he went over there for some other, you know, to find botanicals and things like that. But he got to talking to the people who were in this specific region of Ningxia. And he was like, you just have to tell me, what is your secret to your longevity and health? Like you guys are remarkable in your health. And they said, well, actually, we're pretty sure that it's because we eat these wolfberries all the time that we grow around here, and we like make tea out of them and we just munch on them and add them to everything. And like, we're constantly eating wolfberries and they have so much nutrition that like we are just infusing our bodies with wolfberries all the time. And we really think that this is what has made us so long lasting and so healthy. And so Gary was like, I want to see what's up with that. So he actually started importing wolfberries from this specific region. It's the Ningxia region of China. It's very fertile. It's like an incredibly fertile, mineral rich soil. It's like in between rivers that like bring all of their nutrient content into this little valley where they grow these wolfberries. So we get them up from a really specific region of the world. He started importing those to kind of discover like what's up with this. Like, are these people just crazy, or are they up to something with this like wolfberry that they're eating all of the time? He discovered the wolfberry, you guys, is absolutely chock full, totally loaded with nutrients, antioxidants. It's like a vitamin capsule in fruit form. Literally, it is so incredible. And what he discovered is that it was the highest known antioxidant score. So there's an antioxidant scale where they rate basically how much antioxidant activity it has. It's a really interesting thing, but the wolfberry rated the highest antioxidant score of any other food, any other substance, a food substance on the planet. There's actually some essential oils that have even higher, but the wolfberry is the highest food substance that you can find with antioxidants. Okay, so that's incredible, right? Because now we just discovered the highest antioxidant food on the planet. And Gary is like, I'm going to make this a thing for my company. Like, I want my members who are all about health and wellness, I want them to have Ningxia wolfberries in their hands. And so he made the Ningxia Red drink. It actually was, I think, called like super young Ningxia wolfberry juice or something like that a long time ago, but it's been rebranded to Ningxia Red. That's what everybody knows and loves right now. Another amazing thing about the wolfberry is that it's the highest known whole food source of potassium, which is the single most important mineral to health and longevity. I was doing some research on potassium earlier, and it's actually really important for women, because women who have about 1,600 milligrams of potassium in their daily diet have higher bone mineral density. You guys, that's really important for women, really important for women. Guess how many milligrams of potassium is in 100 milligrams of Ningxia wolfberry? 1,600. So you have your daily allotment of potassium and your 100 milligrams of Ningxia wolfberry puree every single day. It's an incredible supplement, you guys. The nutrition that's in this, the micronutrients that are found in this are just absolutely incredible. So the mineral profile and the mineral balance of the wolfberry, there's literally nothing else like it. And what I love about this is that, oh, it was called Berry Young Juice. Thanks, Brenda. That's awesome. Yes, that's what it was called. So what I love about this is that 25 years ago, Gary Young was discovering the wolfberry and like, hey, we should be drinking this. Like he was telling all of his Young Living members in his meetings, we should be drinking Ningxia Red. Like we should be drinking the wolfberry, eating the wolfberry. Now, like 30 years later, are you starting to see like goji berries in the health food store? And people are like, goji berries, it's the best. Like sprinkle your goji berries on your acai bowls and all of this like trendy stuff about goji berries. Goji berry is similar to the wolfberry. It's a very similar thing. And we've had it for 25 years. Like Gary Young discovered how incredible the nutritional profile of this berry was and has been finding a way to give it to people in a really bioavailable form so that you can drink something delicious that contains all these minerals, nutrients, antioxidants. It has tons of B vitamins, tons of vitamin C. It's just incredible. So when we call it an overall body infusion, a nutrient infusion, we are not kidding. It's one of the most incredible supplements you can take and add to your daily diet. It's packed with the antioxidant power of 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 2 cups of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, and 2 cups of blueberries. You guys, that's incredible. Has 3 times the vitamin C of oranges, tons of B vitamins. So it's great for hormones, energy, mental health, gut health, all the things, wellness, overall wellness, immunity. It contains 21 minerals and not only all of the essential amino acids, it actually contains 18 amino acids. So it has twice as many amino acids. It has all 9 essential ones, but a ton of others. It's a really rich vegetarian source of zinc, which as we know is really incredible for immune function. It's actually critical for immune system support. And a lot of people are lacking in zinc, so they have to supplement. So this is a great way to get a whole food source of it, which is ideal. And it's also one of the highest percentages of fiber. It's 21% of fiber by weight. Why is that important? Because when you have a juice like a berry and it's like sugary, you know, like that's why separating sugar and carbohydrates from the juice is like hard on your blood sugar. And so when it has fiber and we put the whole puree in it with the fiber, that's 21% of fiber by weight, that makes Ningxia Red not only an awesome antioxidant infusion and mineral infusion, but it has a lot of fiber so that it's not spiking your blood sugar. And it's like a fiber supplement. Like you're getting the whole food that's a lot of fiber in your system. It's like eating the entire berry, not just separating the juice and spiking your blood sugar. Okay. So it actually has really good blood sugar balancing results. A lot of people who have struggles with that rely on Ningxia Red on a daily basis because it helps keep them so balanced. Okay. So this is just a glimpse of the total antioxidant and nutrition profile. I'm going to toss it over to Amanda. She's going to talk about all the things that it does, and it's amazing.
All the things that it does. So this is my favorite part because that's really what we all want to know, right? Like, what does it do? It's amazing. Like the history is so amazing, but what does it actually do? So I'm going to cover really quickly some different things. So it's the easy button for immunity. I can't stress this enough. I have 5 children. They all drink Ningxia Red. It is 110% the reason that we have not had to have antibiotics in the last 7 years. It and thieves are a godsend. It is one of the reasons that it's so great for immunity though, is because your gut is, you know, your second brain basically within your body. And Ningxia Red is so good for your gut health that it in turn helps your immunity. So this is just a key for your immune system. It also increases energy and strength. One of my favorite testimonies ever was this mom would drive about an hour to work every day, and she would have to pull over on the highway and take a nap on the way home with her kids in the back seat of her car. And she started drinking Ningxia because she was so tired of being tired. And she was like, I have not had to take a nap since then. And I was like, well, praise Jesus, because that's not like, it's not really safe to be doing that, right? But it was so cool because she was just like, man, I have so much energy. And we hear that so often with Ningxia. Older people, younger people, it does not matter. It floods your body with goodness. It eases pain in the joints. I personally am a great testimony to this. That is why I upped my Ningxia in a day. My joints were killing me when I was diagnosed, and I was so thankful to know that I had this powerful tool. It's really easy to just drop some also supportive oils in for things like that. Love, love, love it for joint pain. If you have someone that struggles with an autoimmune disease, Ningxia Red is their jam. Fibro, all of you fibro people should be drinking Ningxia hands down. It supports high blood pressure. It supports blood pressure and stabilizing it in general. Healthy cholesterol. These are big ones. People are medicated constantly for high blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol, and blood sugar. And I'll share with you, Dr. Jim Bob Hagerton, he's really well respected within our community. He's a chiropractor. And he says that hands down, Ningxia Red is the number one thing that helps stabilize blood sugar the quickest over even medicine. And that is huge. He says he's seen it more times than he can count. We have a ton of type 2 diabetics on our team, type 1 also, but we get a lot of type 2s, of course, that have really helped stabilize their blood sugar with it. Help support normal weight. You're going to hear in just a little while a really great testimony on this one, so I'm actually going to save it for that. Cardiovascular health, you guys, our heart is so important. It supports our cardiovascular health. This next one's my favorite. It improves disease resistance, and I'm going to pair it with that bottom one, which is that it combats premature aging. So you know how you leave an apple out and it oxidizes? Our cells do the same thing. Every day we're exposed to free radicals. Every day we are exposed to free radicals from the food that we eat, from the toxins in our environment, just going down the street, walking down the laundry detergent aisle at Walmart. We are exposed to free radicals. In our body, they are trying to cause sickness at any point in time. Ningxia Red goes in, floods your body with antioxidants, and it improves your disease resistance because it combats that oxidant. I can't talk. I can't say it, Hannah. It's not working. It's not coming out.
Oxidative stress? Is that what you're saying?
Thank you. I get really excited and I get tongue-tied really, really quickly. It stops that oxidative stress on your cells, which means your cells work better together and they communicate better. This is so important for longevity, vitality, and true health. It builds strong blood. This is a super cool one. You can watch. Have you guys ever seen sticky blood? Sticky blood means that your cells aren't communicating well, things get clogged up, your lymph system, all kinds of things happen. Ningxia Red goes in and floods your cells with oxygen. It's just phenomenal. There's a phenomenal video on it we should share within the group. Trying to go fast here. Supports the kidneys. This is also one of my top 5 favorites. I have had women who have been in stage 4 kidney failure use lemon oil and Ningxia Red and reverse to stage 3 and stay there when they were headed for kidney transplants. That is huge. Can you imagine the quality of life difference? But not even that, something so severe. I also have people who have had a ton of kidney stones and they bust them up with some simple Ningxia Red. How easy is that? Okay, next slide. Sorry. I got really in love with this stuff. I think we have one more. Supports the respiratory system. That's one of my testimonies, is that I have a really messed up respiratory system from this car wreck. And man, Ningxia goes in. That's why I drink it a couple of times a day sometimes, because it goes in and it floods our lungs with oxygen. It supports it. Supports fertility. I'm going to go one step further. And I mean, supports fertility is a light way to say it. You have to get rid of the toxins in your body if you're struggling with infertility. Ningxia Red is one of the #1 ways to do that because of that the whole cellular thing that I was just talking about. If you are struggling with this, you definitely need to chat with one of us. It improves memory, brain fog, everything brain related. We have people who have had strokes. We're big Ningxia Red fans for people with strokes and things like that. Healthy liver function is so important. Liver and gallbladder. It supports all of those organs in really neat ways and helps cleanses the body. A couple of more that aren't on here that I just want to share is that it also is really great for depression and anxiety. I have many testimonies on that, and someone over in the comments said eyes. We get so many testimonies on people reversing their prescription. So I'm in love with Ningxia Red for all of these reasons. As you can see, like, there is a reason for everyone to be drinking this, whether it's a kiddo who's struggling with going to the bathroom, an adult who's struggling with an autoimmune disease, like whatever it is, there is a good reason. Okay, I think Miss Stacy is up next. Is that right? Oh, we should talk about how you use it. Hannah, did you want to do this, or is this me?
I totally can. I actually was going to mention, I'm going to have Amanda demonstrate while I'm talking how to how to pour a shot. So to get, she's going to drink straight from the bottle. I love it so much.
I don't have a shot glass in my office. This is how I drink Ningxia.
She drinks it straight from the bottle. You totally can do that. Recommended to have a bottle per person. So to get started with Ningxia, I mentioned at the very beginning, we recommend starting off with 2 to 4 ounces a day. It's just a shot glass. You can do 1 ounce a day if you really want to stretch it. I usually do 2 ounces a day. I give my kids about 1 ounce a day, and we up it to at least 4 ounces a day when we are starting to feel sick. Sometimes I will do 6 or 8 ounces a day if I am sick. And I just space it out throughout the day. So I'll do like 2 ounces at a time and space that out so that I'm really infusing my body over and over and over again. So it's really just a little bit, like it's not very much. And that's why it's so affordable to do it, because your bottle lasts you like 2 full weeks if you're doing it every single day, 1 ounce or 2 a day. I was also going to mention, I heard a Swedish naturopath talk at Young Living Convention a couple of years ago, and he helps people like with their gut health, like repairing leaky gut. That's what I was trying to say, repairing leaky gut. And he usually recommended a substance called glutamine, which is a supplement. And he said, I would put people on glutamine and that would help like seal up the like holes in their gut that was causing gut health problems. And he said, I actually started seeing people who were drinking Ningxia Red heal faster when they were within my practice. And so I started paying attention to that. And he said, when I studied Ningxia Red according to my glutamine substance, I was like, the Ningxia Red has more glutamine in it naturally occurring than the supplement I was giving. So why wouldn't I just have my patients drink Ningxia Red? That way they're getting a whole food form of glutamine that's actually going to help heal their gut faster and better. And their body knows what more to do with it than just an extract. And so I thought that was like amazing to me that he had studied that and had found that. And it's like, he's using it in his clinical practice to help heal people's gut. You know, that's like a huge deal. So, okay, next slide. I don't know who's next, probably Stacy. Yes, Stacy's going to talk about Ningxia and kids, which I'm really excited for you guys to hear about.
Hey, you guys. Okay, first of all, who schedules a class in the middle of a Chiefs game? Who doesn't really care about that? And who has men in their house right now screaming? I had to mute their TV and tell them to be quiet because they're being so loud. So if they start screaming, if there's a touchdown, it's okay. Just ignore it. I am going to show you just a really super easy way of using Ningxia Red out of a packet. So you literally just take the top. This is most of you guys, or all of you guys have had this if you got started with the starter bundle. But these are the packets that we were talking about. As you can see, Amanda just straight drinks it out of the bottle. You can pour it into a shot glass, or you can just take this really easy packet. So I like that. I like to take the packet. I also have heard of a lot of people freezing them and sucking on them like popsicles. I think that's a really good idea for kids. But if you just really want something in the hot summertime, that's a really good way to use it. Speaking of kids, so I have a really, really cool story to tell you. I didn't really start with Ningxia Red. I'm a lot like Hannah Shanks. Didn't really start with Ningxia Red. I started with oils. I really loved what the oils could do in my life. I honestly didn't think that there were any other products within Young Living that could really hold a place in my home. But here we are 8.5 years later. I've literally replaced everything in my home. And I'm so thankful that I discovered the benefits of essential oils, but also Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red truly is one of the next best things in my home besides essential oils. We use it every single day, like you've heard these other ladies share. And I totally feel a difference. I feel like when I miss a day of Ningxia Red, that's when I really notice the difference. So don't miss a day because you don't want to feel bad again. So when I was pregnant, I've actually had 7 babies in 10 years. And when I was pregnant with my first 3, I did not use Ningxia Red. I didn't really know about the benefits of Ningxia Red until I was pregnant with baby number 4. And I heard a midwife talking about how she had been using Young Living products for 18 years. She'd been a midwife for 25 years. She was using Young Living products for 18 years of her midwifery career. And when she started using Young Living, she saw, she said, I bet you had a beautiful placenta. Yes, I'm totally getting there. We will be talking about my placenta because it really is incredible, the difference. So when I was listening to this midwife talk about Ningxia Red, she said that she started her women that were pregnant on Ningxia Red. And she said that through their pregnancies, they had lower iron. They didn't deal with the gestational diabetes. They didn't deal with the influx of blood sugar. They were just a lot healthier all around using this product. And so when I heard that, I'm like, oh, wow, I definitely need that because I've been pregnant 3 times and I have super low iron. I'd love to just put that into practice and see how it is. She also went on to talk about how when her girls started using the Ningxia Red, the placentas of the baby that they were born in were robust and healthy. It was like a real dark, rich red color, which signifies super dense nutrients within the placenta. And as you guys know, if you guys have ever been pregnant, you know that a placenta is what feeds your baby. It's what houses your baby. It's what gives your baby the nutrition. And so I was blown away when I heard her saying this. She also went on to say that babies who were born with Ningxia Red, the Ningxia Red babies is what we call them. When they were born, they were healthier long-term. She did a study on them and followed them for the next 2 years of their life. They didn't have the asthma. They didn't have the ear infections. They didn't have the failure to thrive problems. They were overall healthier. And I can say and attest that I've had my last 4 babies on Ningxia Red, and they were all born over 10 pounds and super healthy bone density. I mean, they are just the most amazing, healthy children. My other 3 kids are super healthy too, because we use Ningxia Red on them, but their bone structure is not the same as my last 4 children. Like, it's truly been a night and day difference of kids who were using the Ningxia Red and wasn't. But I do have to say that that really showed me what the nutrition is doing in my body in the physical form. It's not just for my babies, it's for me as well. It's for my husband, it's for my mom and his mom, and all these older people, younger people in our life. And I absolutely have seen such a big difference using the Ningxia Red. So children's multivitamins contain aspartame, which is an incredible, horribly toxic, neurotoxic. It's full of dyes and sugars. It just amazes me how many products out there on the market are actually really horrible for us, especially for our children. We give our children a shot glass a day of Ningxia Red instead of doing all the multivitamins out there on the market. So next slide. So instead of trying to grow your own organic food and cook every meal with a full plate of fruits and veggies, Ningxia is a convenient way to meet those needs in your children's diet. So not only, like I said, not only for you as an adult, but also for your children. Guys, I'm telling you, like, get your kids on Ningxia Red. Even if it's just half an ounce a day, I promise you, you will see a difference in your children. Next slide. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on to Holly Simon. She's going to be talking about testimonies. So real life testimonies. So stick around here and listen for the testimonies. Holly, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay,
yes.
So I am going to be sharing before we close out. I'm going to be sharing and get the honor of sharing real life testimonies. This is kind of where, the rubber meets the road. And here's the thing. I love that when your body, it's not, sometimes when you read all this stuff and you see all the uses, you're like, this almost sounds too good to be true. Can one thing do all of these things? And the truth is, when you give your body, we're so lacking in basic like minerals, vitamins, and good nutrition that when you give your body a really high density, whole food, nourishing product that provides every system, every organ with what it needs, things really change, like from your eyesight to the growth of your nails. I mean, look, try not to be distracted by my nails, but look at that nail right there. I used to like literally not have nails. I'm not kidding. Something happened when I started taking lemon oil and Ningxia Red 2 years ago. I chewed my nails my entire life. They were frail, brittle. They wouldn't grow. And you guys, my nails, I mean, the paint job's horrible. Don't be distracted. But my nails are so like, I don't, and what's weird is I also don't have a desire to even chew them anymore. It's weird how that happened. But when you give your body what it needs, guys, things change. So we're going to share a few testimonies. This first one is actually from my own sister, and it like makes me want to cry every time. She's a type 1 diabetic. And I'm not kidding when I say oils. If you know anything about type 1 diabetes, there is all sorts of awful complications long-term, and everything from, potential losing your feet, losing your eyesight, like major, major stuff. And so this is very, very important we talked about Ningxia Red helping blood sugar. This is super important in this area, and it absolutely works. So Katie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, sis, why don't you go ahead and talk to us about what this even is.
Okay. So this picture here is my insulin pump. And as much as I hate having diabetes, I do love that I get visuals of the effects, because we can feel what the oils are doing in our bodies and what the Ningxia is doing in our bodies, but I get to personally see. So what this is that blue line is what my blood sugar was from yesterday at 6 p.m. until today at about like 3 p.m. So almost 24 hours. And I am supposed to be down in that area towards the bottom that's green. So between like 70 and 150. And last night at 6 p.m., for whatever reason, all I had was chicken and vegetables for dinner. So sometimes this just happens as a diabetic if you're starting to get sick or you're stressed or whatnot. My blood sugar skyrocketed to above 400 to where you can see like my line just pinged out. It couldn't even read it. Those yellow marks at the bottom and the blue marks at the top was how many times I was injecting insulin, like taking a big bolus, and it was doing nothing. It was not budging at all. So it was about 11:30 last night, I took a drop of cinnamon bark oil on my tongue, which that's kind of a different topic. But as a diabetic, I like to put cinnamon bark oil in my Ningxia in the morning as well. And so that immediately finally got my blood sugar to come back into target. But then when I woke up at like 4 a.m, I was throwing up because it is so dangerous. It's so dangerous to have your blood sugar that high for hours. So I was throwing up. I was completely sick. My vision was even kind of blurry because when your blood sugar is high, all of your organs are just overworking. Your heart's pumping, your kidneys are pumping, everything is just going hard, hard, hard. And the only thing that got me to be able to like not throw up was my Ningxia Red this morning. And you can see the line as well. I was drinking 2 ounces like every 3 hours because I couldn't eat anything else without throwing up. And you can see that the Ningxia kept my blood sugar in the green all of today until I ate and dosed a little late, but that's on me. And I'm just so grateful because like Holly said, my vision, I got that tested and he said that there's been no change in my vision for the past 2 years. And I credit that to Ningxia because I drink it every single day.
That makes me like really want to cry all the time, you guys. I can't handle it. And this is like one of so many stories. I mean, we've almost lost Katie a couple times and I'm so grateful. But if you love someone and know someone with type 2 or type 2, gosh, there's even, I've seen people come off of all medications, like completely restored back to normal with Ningxia Red and cinnamon bark oil. Those are 2 keys for getting your A1C in target and everything. I love you, sis. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so the next person that's going to share, I believe, is well, I'm going to read this to you first, and then we'll let Crystal Scott share. But this is a member that I love in our oil community, and I love how each of these testimonies hits like one of the major uses we've talked about. And hers was chronic anemia her whole life, along with low white cell counts. If you didn't know this, Ningxia Red will actually boost those as well, and low platelets and low iron. And so she says, I had lab work done by my primary care doctor last week, and this week by my neurologist. Both showed every level of my blood work was normal. The only thing different that I have done since moving was to drink 2 ounces of Ningxia Red faithfully every single day. When I had shingles, I was drinking 4 ounces a day. I'm seeing the benefits in a big way. So that's just so important. I know, like when I went to my first class on this, I was literally writing down names of people I know and love and care about. And I was like, holy cow, they need to know about this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over now to Crystal Scott. Crystal, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, everybody. So my Ningxia story is on weight loss. Like I started drinking Ningxia back in December of last year, and my whole side, my dad's entire side of the family is diabetic, and I had a doctor tell me that I was pre-diabetic. Probably a couple of years before I started drinking Ningxia Red, and started drinking it. And then I started like researching it a lot more, and weight just started falling off of me. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I didn't really change my diet. But I did like cut out sweet tea at home and, started drinking lemon in my water and stuff like that. But it was Ningxia that actually jump started my health journey. Like, it I don't know, like I started sleeping better, the weight started falling off, the brain fog went away, energy. I homeschool my kids, and I remember, there were times that I'd sit down to do schoolwork with them, and it would be like I'd have to get up and do something. I'm like, I can't sit here, I'm going to fall asleep. And so that went away, and like every corner of my life, Ningxia Red has blessed. Like, and I didn't even start Young Living for myself. I'd started it for my husband because he has joint pain and stuff. So he is faithful to drinking Ningxia Red every single morning. Like he went off of it for like a week because I was super busy that week and I wasn't physically handing it to him. And by the end of the week, he's like, man, why am I hurting? And I'm like, well, have you been drinking your Ningxia Red in the mornings? He's like, no, you weren't handing them to me. And I'm like, oh, because they're not available to you if I don't hand them to you. So he has been like, he's faithful. He drinks it every single morning. And I have lost over 65 pounds now. And I feel better. Like I feel better now than I did before I ever had kids. So I can't ever imagine my life without drinking Ningxia Red now. Like it's just, blessed it tremendously.
I love that so much. Well, husbands crack me up.
Right.
So great.
Yes.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
I'm going to read you another one here because another really big testimony other than diabetes, weight loss, and just like, the normal things is blood pressure and high cholesterol. Guys, I have seen this consistently. We literally pulled just a fragment of testimonies because obviously we don't need them all, but we have so many of these testimonies in our oil community. But this one was from someone who said, Ningxia Red is what has got me off of 4 of my prescription medications. 3 of them were for high blood pressure. Kind of like what Crystal says, she ends with, I feel amazing, right? So those are 2 things, the cholesterol and the blood pressure, that we see a lot. This is another one. I was able to lower cholesterol and blood sugar using oils. I was at risk for diabetes. And after 3 months of oils, the doctor told me I was no longer at risk. So that's so awesome. There's a whole, really what you want to be doing, guys, is you want to be using the Ningxia Red along with a few key oils, right? There's an oil for heart that saved my father with congestive heart failure. There is an oil for diabetes for my sister with cinnamon bark oil. There are oils for high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And the best bang for your buck is to take a shot of Ningxia Red every day. You can put your oils in it for whatever you're working on and get your oils on and in that you're also using to target whatever you're working on. Okay. Okay. So I think we're going to, Christy, is it Christy Koch? Wait, is that right? Koch? How do you say her last name, Stacy?
It's Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Yay!
Kimberly, are you there?
You're so excited.
Yes, I'm here. So my story is when my second son was 9 months old, he was vaccine injured. And so at the time he had really bad eczema on his back, to the point that his back was bloody and raw and we couldn't keep skin on his back. And so we took him to our pediatrician at the time, and they pretty much told me that the only thing that we could do for him was to put a steroid cream on his back and like send him on his way. And that wasn't good enough for me. And so my uncle is actually a holistic chiropractor down in Branson, Missouri. And so I convinced my husband that we needed to take our son down to my uncle and get him tested and figure out what in the world was going on with his body. And so through those tests, we found out that he had very high levels of heavy metals in his body. At that point, he was only exclusively breastfed, and the little bit of baby food that he had eaten was all organic, homemade. And so we were really racking our brains, like trying to figure out like, how did all of these heavy metals get into his system? And we just didn't know about the vaccines at the time. And so that was at 9 months, and around a year and a half, when he was a year and a half old, we got introduced to Young Living, and we started switching out our products and everything else. Sorry, I just forgot a really key important part of that. So in the testing as well, it also showed that his detox pathways pretty much did not work at all. And so any toxin that his body accumulated or like got put on his body or injected, it stayed in, like it did not come out. And so we switched our lifestyle. And then at 2 years old, we started him on the Ningxia Red. Within 3 days of starting him on Ningxia Red, he said over 20 to 30 new words, completely like just his speech exploded to the point even family members were noticing and commenting on how much his speech has exploded. And I truly believe it's because of the Ningxia Red. And so at 3 years old, we got him retested with my uncle, the same exact test that we did when he was 9 months old. It came back that he had next to no heavy metals in his body and that his detox pathways were open and working again and getting the heavy metals out.
I am like literally have goosebumps. I've never heard your testimony before. And that is insane. That is absolutely insane. It makes so much sense though, too, when you think about the natural detoxing, because that's one of the main properties of Ningxia Red is it assists the body in the daily processes of detoxification, along with the liver and the kidneys, that if that doesn't happen, everything, it's like dominoes, everything just gets way, way messy for the body. And man, wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. That's so important for so many moms. So thank you so much. Wow, that's good, guys. These are such great testimonies. Okay, so the last one real quick, and then we're going to talk about something important, and we're going to wrap up and do a giveaway. Who's ready for a giveaway? Let's hit that chat up for a minute while we get ready for this. So if you haven't commented yet and you've gotten on maybe middle towards the end, we asked at the beginning, do you drink Ningxia Red currently? If so, if yes, how long? Put the number, okay? How long? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've personally been drinking it for 6 years. But healthiest 6 years of our life. Our story is a crazy story. We had chronic pneumonia, my oldest daughter. We were in the hospital non-stop with her, and we have not been back, nor have we even needed antibiotics for any of my children since we started drinking Ningxia Red and using oils. So, okay, this is Kristen Owen, and her testimony is so cool. Her husband does 2 ounces of a Ningxia shot every morning and 1 capsule with the allergy balm, lemon, lavender, peppermint, and thieves, lemongrass, and digize also in the morning and the same at night. He is successfully off of all allergy, anxiety, asthma, blood pressure, cholesterol, and IBS. All of the stuff for that. So hooray for Young Living. That is so, so awesome, you guys. And again, using the Ningxia Red with the oils. Okay, so before we get to the giveaway, thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to share real quickly the best options for getting Ningxia Red. If you are currently a Young Living member already, there is a wellness bundle just for us, okay? It is on subscription. And if you don't know about subscription is like the best. They designed subscription to be for those who are like, you know what? I want to get my skincare, my makeup, which that's all I use. It's from Young Living. I want to get my toothpaste and a few oils and, my body butter every month from Young Living. And maybe I want to get my Ningxia Red. That is subscription. Okay. And you get rewarded big time for that. You get tons of free stuff, tons of points, cash back. And so this is just a bundle on subscription. So to get it, the first thing you want to do is join subscription, and then you will have access to this. Unless you're on subscription and you've joined the program, you won't be able to add it to your cart. But once you do, it's super simple. Add it to your cart. It comes with 4 bottles of Ningxia and a box of the 30 pouches, which are like, we call them adult Capri Suns. They're so awesome. I love throwing them in my purse, throwing them in my gym bag. Guys, when someone has a fever or someone that has like achy, cold flu, we freeze them and just sip on them like that. And I'm not telling you it's an integral part. Like, it is so important in recovery when you're feeling sick. So that's the cheapest way to buy it. If you're already a member, is the subscription bundle. Okay. If you're not a member, the Young Living starter kit, the starter bundle, the Ningxia starter bundle is available to you. And I just realized we didn't put the cost or pricing on this. If somebody could grab that, I don't know if Hannah, maybe you have that really quickly, but this is, it's self-explanatory, but guys, this comes with, I believe, 2 bottles of Ningxia Red, a 30 pack. It comes with the Ningxia Nitros, which are like shots of mental clarity and brain nourishment. They're specifically designed for your mental health and nourishing your brain. So they've taken the Ningxia and they've like amped it just for that, like that midday crash and all of that, but also like mental clarity in general and brain health. It also comes with stress away oil, which is amazing. Like, that's an all-time top selling Young Living oil and member favorite. So Hannah, do you have the price of that? I'm not sure what it is. Is it $165?
It's actually $135.
Oh my gosh, way
It's
cheaper.
super affordable. Yeah, it's a great deal to get started that way.
$135. So
And it doesn't come with Stress Away anymore, but you need to add it because it's mom crack. It's the best oil ever. So
Amazing.
okay, it doesn't come with Stress Away oil
Not
anymore.
anymore.
That's important. Yeah, add it. It's mom crack. Okay, you guys. So that's for 2 ways. If you're a member, the subscription bundle. If you're not a member, just get started with the starter bundle and ask the person who invited you here. You are not going to regret it. It is amazing. Try it for 30 days. That's what we recommend. 30 days. We're actually starting a Ningxia Red challenge. We're starting a Ningxia Red group. And I don't know, did we get the graphic for that? I don't think we did. Did we, Hannah?
I created the group during this class. So yes, it's ready.
Okay, Hannah, will you direct them on how to find that?
Yes, I'm going to drop a link in the chat for our Ningxia Red challenge. It's a 30-day Ningxia reset. We're going to drink Ningxia Red together every single day in January, starting January 1st. So you need to order, if you're not a member yet, you need to order pretty soon, like within the next couple of days. If you're already a member and you want to join us, you need to make sure you have enough Ningxia for 30 days. So an ounce a day or 2 ounces a day or however much you want to get started. But I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Add yourself to that. Add tons of people. We're obviously going to keep it open for people to be adding all the way up until we start. So get people started on Ningxia and have them added to the group. We have a lot of people who are super excited to try it for the first time and just see how you feel. Like you're going to feel amazing within 30 days. You're going to feel absolutely incredible. Like you're going to notice a difference. So I'm super excited. We do this like almost every January with my team and everybody is always like, I feel so good. I can't believe I lived this long without doing Ningxia. So it's going to be super fun. Their link is in the chat right now.
Okay, who's ready? Are we doing this giveaway? I'm going to toss it back to Amanda and Stacy because I don't know. They work behind the scenes on the giveaway during the class. So I'm handing it off.
Okay, so this is a really big deal because we collaboratively put together the funds to be able to give this away to somebody either on our team or somebody who's joining our team. So I want to say that because I know that sometimes our classes get shared with so many extra people, which is awesome. We love to share content and education. So we just really want to make sure that we are confirming the winner is either on our team or going to be on our team. So the name of the winner tonight, is there a drum roll? I feel like there's a drum roll right now. Woo! Katie's got my drum roll. The winner is Maggie, Maggie. I don't see a last name for Maggie.
Maggie
And
is
I don't know
not
who Maggie
a member
is.
yet, so I confirmed that. So let's just make sure she's in one of our 4 teams, and then you're definitely the winner, Maggie.
Yay! And I see you're going to have a baby. So this is perfect for you to have in your life. Maggie May. Is it Maggie May? Kimberly asks. I don't know. There's one Maggie on here. Maggie, could you unmute yourself by chance?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know if I could unmute myself. Yes, it's Maggie May. Kim knows me. So,
Yay!
yeah, that's me. Yay.
Yay. Okay.
So Maggie, you're pregnant?
Yes, I'm pregnant with my first
That's
baby.
That is
Thank you.
This couldn't be any more perfect. We are
Seriously.
so happy. Congrats, Maggie. This is
Thank
gonna be
you guys so
good for
much.
you. Okay, you guys, anything else, ladies, before we end the call?
Did you tell
I
them,
don't think
how to
so.
get Ningxia? You told them about the referral link? Ask their friend for their link?
Yes, ask your
We were
friend.
working behind the scenes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. So if you're ready to get started, you just ask the friend who invited you. They have a referral link. You actually get your own account with Young Living. When you get the Ningxia Red starter bundle, you get an account for 20 or 12 months. You get 24% off. There are no fees, membership fees. It's just buy what you want and that keeps your account open. So you're going to love it. That way you can go like in 3 months when you want more, you just buy more. And next month, really, it should be next month when you want more. So yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If there's any questions, let us know. We cannot wait to start this Ningxia Red challenge. And then also we have a sharing side, a mentorship that's launching as well. So if you're interested in that, connect with the person who invited you. We're launching that for the New Year's. So much is coming for the New Year's, guys. We're just launching all the things, the mentorship as well as the Ningxia Red challenge. So, all right, but guys, anything else?
Bye, friends.
Hi, everyone.
Bye, friends.
Have
Bye,
such a
you
good
guys.
night. Thank you for being